the UN Human Rights Office has urged de-escalation and urgent diplomatic negotiations to end these attacks and find a way forward. We have a reaction lined up for you. Listen in. Right, I'm told that reaction will be coming in just a short while from now. Meanwhile, let me just bring you up to date with what's happening in the White House. A lunch date has everyone talking. US President Donald Trump hosted Pakistan's Army Chief Asim Munir for lunch at the White House, declaring, and I quote, "I love Pakistan," and insisting he averted a war with India despite New Delhi bluntly repudiating his claims of mediation. Trump's lunch meeting with Mr. Munir preceded a phone call he had had on Tuesday night with Prime Minister Modi, in which he had invited him to stop by in Washington, D.C. on his way back from the G7 in Canada, suggesting efforts at mediation, which the US president has claimed at various times. India, as you are well aware, has swatted away the offer, the mediation efforts, saying Pakistan and India had a bilateral mechanism, which is what averted the all-out war. We have some reactions lined up for you. Listen in. Right, while we line up some crucial reactions for you, we have with us senior journalist Lalit Jha from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much, Mr. Jha, for making time for us. Can you take our viewers through why actually the US president has walked this distance and called Asim Munir for this unusual lunch date?
President Trump's invitation to Pakistan Army Chief General Munir for a luncheon at the White House is quite unprecedented, quite unusual as well. You can term it a diplomatic coup. But it reflects multiple points. One, President Trump believes that it is in national interest to bring Pakistan on board for multiple ways, for multiple reasons. One, to create the trust deficit between Pakistan and China, which China, as you know, is Pakistan's, they claim this all-weather threat. The trust deficit, they want to create that pledge. Secondly, he wants to impress upon Pakistan, ask Pakistan to stop any support to terrorists or terrorist groups, which Pakistan has been doing against India. India, as you know, has always insisted and is put the condition for any talks on Pakistan, there has to be no support to terrorism. India, as you say, the talks and terrorism cannot go together. So from President Trump's perspective, he needs peace in South Asia if he has to achieve his larger goal of taking head-on China. So that's why he wants India's development. For India's development to happen, Pakistan needs to keep quiet, have a cooperative attitude, approach with India, and not indulge in any cross-border terrorism. That's only one of the important points. Second point would be about getting some help, assistance from Pakistan in its effort or armed actions, military actions, if any, against Iran. These are a few important points, but it also is reflective of state of Pakistan's democracy, right?
Of course.
It is reflective of the poor state of Pakistan's democracy, where the elected leader has not been invited by the US president. Instead, he has opted to talk to army chief, which shows who the real ruler in Pakistan is, and what's the status of elected leaders of Pakistan.
But any indication on whether this occasion was used to actually buttress Pakistan's claims on Operation Sindoor, how it was wrong? Many, in fact, are highlighting that Trump hosted Pakistan's Asim Munir after he backed the Nobel Peace Prize bid. How do you decode this bizarre, unusual situation?
It's very tough to digest it. But, from Pakistan's perspective, yeah, they were saved from Indian attacks, right? When India was almost on the worst, butchering Pakistan, right? Attacking Pakistan, going deep into Pakistan, left, right, and center. Pakistan had no control of the airspace, right? It was, in a way, they were saved by the United States. If the war had continued for another 2 days, God knows where the state of Pakistan would have been. So for him, it's if you look from his perspective, it's pampering, buttering, and some reality fact check as well that Trump helped him save Pakistan.
Mr. Jha, really appreciate your time.
President
Thank you
Trump's
so much.
invitation to Pakistan.
Thank you so much for joining us with your views.